Listen up.
Hi, Lucy. Hi, Kel.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome to the podcast. A hello to Lucy.
Hello.
And a hello to Casey.
Yo, yo.
And a hello to me. And welcome to the Tuesday podcast, where you'll hear all manner of great stuff that happened on the show today, including names. We've covered off the conversation that Casey had a name in mind for her daughter, and that name happened to be Lucy.
Yes.
And
She
Lucy's,
thought that before she met me. Also, she's not pregnant.
two things to come out of that. One, everyone thought Casey was pregnant.
Suddenly,
She is
congratulations today on the text message service.
I was just going to leave them and
I replied.
not tell them
I
that-
replied to them
yeah.
all saying, "Sorry, she's not pregnant." Everyone felt very guilty.
Yeah.
Second thing to come out of that, what's in a name? I thought everyone was talking about the names they would name their kids, and I thought, wouldn't it be a fun exercise very quickly to go around the podcast table and talk about the names you weren't named? Do you know the names you weren't named as a kid?
If I was a boy, I was going to be Timothy.
I can see you as a Timothy.
Because
You actually look like a Timothy.
I don't. I'm a woman.
That could be a female's
Timothina.
name.
My
No,
dad.
I just think you've got Timothy energy.
Yeah.
You haven't got Tim energy, but you've got Timothy.
Timothy, yes. Yeah.
No, if I was Tim, I'd be a cool guy.
No, you'd be in IT. You'd
I
be
would
so
not.
boring.
I would not be in IT.
If you were Timothy,
no,
you'd be a musician.
if I'm Tim,
Yeah.
I'm a soccer player.
Yes.
Professional.
That's what I'm thinking.
Thanks.
Good to know. So Tim was the other option.
Because my dad's name is William Richard Timothy Holmes, so it was going to be Tim after my dad.
Wowee.
And
Okay.
if Shiloh had been a boy, which she was never going to be because I knew I was having a girl, if Shiloh was a boy, I wanted the name Lenny or Leonard. My grandfather's name is Leonard. Called him Len and then Lenny, so I would have loved that. Or
No.
Leo, because that's how you spell it. Leo,
Leo's
Nard.
Leo.
So Leo, Lenny, Leonard, but Leo.
Then you're good. What about you, Casey?
I don't know if my mum had boys' names in mind, but I was going to be Chelsea.
That's right.
That was going to be my name as well.
Oh, really? You didn't say that 2 seconds
Because I thought
ago.
we were doing the opposite name.
No, I think
Yeah,
you just...
I didn't have one.
Sorry, that really hurt my throat.
She's very excited.
I'm serious.
In Lucy's defence, she does have a story about being almost called Chelsea.
That's
But I think-
crazy.
It was either Chelsea or Lucy because my dad is the biggest Chelsea soccer fan.
Oh, my
And he
gosh.
desperately wanted to call me Chelsea. And he was going with Chelsea, Mum was going with Lucy, and they weren't sure. And then Mum got her way, but I was nearly Chelsea. And I wish I'd been Chelsea.
Yeah,
What
I
a
don't-
great name.
I could see Casey as a
I
Chelsea.
can see you as
Yeah.
a Chelsea too.
Yeah.
Chelsea.
Chelsea and Kel.
Chelsea and Kel. We can't both be Chelsea. Imagine
No, but
that.
imagine that.
Yeah.
Chelsea-
You look like a Chelsea.
That's
Do I look like a Chelsea or just
No,
a Timothy?
you're giving Timothy.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Please tell me
Cal?
I look like a Chelsea.
Great.
Cal, don't tell me you're going to be Chelsea.
No, I don't know what I was going... Oh, no, I do. I do know what I was going to be if I was a girl. Belinda.
You're giving Belinda.
Oh my God.
It's going to be Belinda, but famously, I was Craig.
Called Craig, for those who don't know. They named him Craig. That was on his birth certificate. Then your mum and dad, after a bit, went, nah, not vibing with Craig.
Well,
That's
the idea
crazy.
was I was going to be called after my papa, who was Kenneth, but they didn't like Ken or Kenneth. Yeah, you could have been married to Ken.
No, Kenneth.
Then that changed to Kevin, and then they went with Craig, and then they kind of went back to Kevin,
And
but
an
they
L.
threw an L in there,
Yeah.
and they made it Kelvin.
I like
And
your name
that's-
being Kel.
I mean,
How do you feel about Belinda?
As a name, fine. For you, you're not a Belinda.
A 6 foot tall Belinda.
If you had been a Belinda, though, this is what you would have ended up being.
yeah, go.
A librarian
Yep.
with glasses, floral dresses and 4 cats.
That's my vibe.
Yep. As Belinda.
Okay.
You
Okay.
just said that I was going to be a geek in IT, which was a pretty
you were a
offensive.
Tim.
Yeah, and I'm not. I was going to be a professional football player.
These are all very serious conversations that we're
Yeah.
having. But if you'd like to find out more about names, have a listen to the rest of the podcast later on in this episode. What else would you like to talk about?
Just that I'm wearing a really great denim jacket,
Yeah.
and Kay said she loved it because it's got a touch of military about it, which is not the look I'm going for. It's
got
just
the,
a denim trench with big gold. It's an Age jacket, which is my favourite label.
Not the
and
Herald Sun?
The Age. Oh, that's a bad joke.
It's got the epaulets. I can see where the military
Yeah, it's a denim
styling
trench.
comes
A
in.
denim trench with big gold buttons because it's freezing in Melbourne today. It is freezing.
It's not that bad. Have you been outside?
No.
I went
it's
for a
cold
little walk.
inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you liked me in the jacket.
I love it.
Best part about my job is I like to dress up for work. It's just who I am.
Yeah.
I work in radio and podcasting. No one sees me. But every day I come in a full outfit and I walk in and it's almost like a catwalk when I walk towards
Yes.
Casey. And every day she's like my hype girl. She's like, oh, slay! And she'll
Yeah.
make me feel really great every morning. And I know if she says nothing, I've missed the mark.
I get excited to see what you're wearing every morning you come through. I'm like, oh, red shoes. Oh, red. Oh, I love it.
Casey does have a superpower, and that is being a hype girl.
She's a hype girl.
There are some people in life that you know are just being sycophantic. You know, some people that just say nice things to people, and you're like, you don't mean that.
Yeah.
Casey actually
ChatGPT.
does.
Or there are people you meet.
Casey, like, just quickly, sometimes Casey compliments people. I'm like, whoa. They don't deserve that compliment. But Casey just can't help herself.
Genuine.
There are some people you meet, you know, when you, obviously they're going through things. This is no reflection on them, but they're kind of Debbie Downers, or they're just like,
Why are you looking at me?
I'm not looking at you. But like, I remember going to uni with a girl many years ago, and whenever she saw you, she'd just find the worst thing about you.
Yeah,
She'd
you
be
don't
like,
want that.
you look tired. And I'd be like, I'm not. Or she'd be like, your skin looks a bit green. And you'd be like, it's not. Or she'd go, like, she was so awful.
Yeah.
And these people go out of their way to make you feel bad, because I think they feel so bad deep down, and they're just trying their best to survive, and that's their coping mechanism, which is unhelpful. And, you know, you want them to go get help, do some therapy, stop doing that. But Casey's like the epitome of whenever you see her, she says something that makes you feel brilliant, no matter who you are. And I see her do it to everyone in the office. And yes, to undeserving people. But she'll say
There's no
things
undeserving person
I'm
in the
just
office.
kidding. I'm kidding. But you make people, like whenever people are around you, people feel better. And that is a superpower to have, to be the person that makes everyone feel seen, loved, and celebrated. I don't know many people like that in my life. I can't even think of how many I know, but I think you are probably the main person in my life. My sister's a bit like that too as
that's
well.
lovely.
They just make people around them feel really good and loved. And I aim to be like that. I want to be like that.
So you're saying you need somebody like Casey in your life. Everyone needs a Casey.
Everyone needs
I'll
to.
come home
No.
with you. Oh.
Everyone needs to be a Casey. You can want that in your life, but unless you are that to people, you have no right to say you want that from people. So be that person is what I'm saying.
And if you can't be a Casey, Chelsea's good enough.
Yeah. But never be a Tim or a Belinda.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
This morning, Lucy discovered something in the garage on her car as she was heading off to work this morning. She's found herself a big black streak on the side of her new car, which I saw yesterday and didn't tell Lucy about. Lucy came into the studio this morning and said, have you seen the side of my car? And I said, babes, wait. Babes, wait. Just wait, babes. I saw it in the garage last night and I said, you know what? I'm going to go over to the side of the car, because if Lucy sees this big black mark on the side of her car, it's going to ruin her night. And she's having a great night. So I did the old scientific engineering test, stuck my thumb out, wet my thumb, and went on the side of the car.
Yeah.
And the black mark started to come off. And I
Yeah,
said,
it did look
thank
like
goodness.
one of those rubber kind of
I
marks.
said, thank goodness. It's not a dent or a scratch. It's just someone has sort of slid something across the side of Lucy's car.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll tell her tomorrow.
Yeah.
She's obviously not seen it. It's not a big part of her world tonight. She doesn't need to know. This morning, steams into the studio. Have you seen the side of my car? Where I said, wait, babes, wait. Let me explain. So what was your energy coming into the studio this morning, Luce? Had you already figured out what had happened?
I said to you, hey, did you happen to bang my car this morning when you got into your car?
Not have you seen the mark on the side of the car. Did you happen to be the person who I believe is the person responsible for the mark on the side of the car?
Yeah.
And I said, no. Why would I do that and not tell you? Mm-hmm. And then, through a series of questions, probing questions from myself and a little help from producer Casey, we have worked out that the most likely thing that has happened is that Lucy has marked her own car. Yesterday, Lucy went out shopping, bought some very bulky items. Those bulky items were inside of black plastic bags, and there's not a lot of room to move in the garage. So my suggestion is that at some point, whilst trying to remove the big black bags from the back of her car, she's successfully done that. But you know how it is when you got bulky bags. So she's sort of got bulky bags, and then she's turning around. She might sort of use her hips to close the door, and as she's turned, she's dragged her black shopping bag across the side of her car.
No, it was my black laptop bag.
Oh, now she knows exactly what she's done.
Yeah.
This didn't come out in the question.
No, wait. Hypothetically, it could have been that black laptop bag.
You mean it was your black laptop bag? Could we grab your black laptop bag and drag it across the side of your car to see if we
I
get
don't
the
wish
same
to do
results?
that, no.
Look,
Listen, the thing is, you and I park very close, and you have a black bag, and so this morning I just wondered...
I have a black Adidas backpack made of material.
Still?
It's not so much. I don't want to talk about the energy with which you came into the studio accusing me of damaging the side of your car. I want to talk about the fact that we all remember, I believe, the first time our car gets damaged. If you're buying a car, be it new or second-hand, even second-hand cars, you have a look around the car. It's a big purchase. And you know what your car is looking like. And the first time you see a scratch or a dent or some damage to your car, you're like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Who did this? Probably my husband.
Probably.
So that's Lucy's experience last night. It's the first time her car's been damaged in some way.
Yeah.
And you didn't feel very good about it at all, did you?
No, but I know, like, I remember my mum buying a new car when I was young. It was her first new car ever, and it was a Mitsubishi Mirage. I don't know if they exist anymore, Mirages. Tiny little things. And it was my mum's pride and joy. She's the kind of woman who would go to a car park and park in the very furthest corner with no cars around because she didn't trust anyone to bang her car.
Because you can't trust people.
Yeah. I remember as a kid looking at Mum and saying to her, Mum, someone is going to bang into your car and you're going to have to get over it eventually.
Wow. That's pretty progressive.
I know. I was little. I was like, Mum, you can't be so hung up on this because someone's going to open the door and I don't want you to fall apart. Now, I look at that and I'm like, I have completely turned into my mum. I'm just my mum. And Shiloh has become me, the child going, now listen, Mum, sometimes bad things happen. So I understand, but I've never owned a nice car.
Well, I can tell you.
Nice car, so I was just a bit worried.
Back in the day, I had the second-hand CX-9, and I loved that car. But I remember the first day there was, and this is going to sound so silly, I had a CX-9, second-hand car, so it wasn't in perfect condition, but I knew all the little dents and all the little nicks, and I knew they were all there when I purchased the car. The day I found out that on my side door, so the door that I get into the car through, there was a little bit of a paint chip. So it was smooth on the edge of the door until I got to this little paint chip and then smooth again. And I would stay awake at night thinking about that paint chip and how that had happened. And then now the car is ruined because there's a little paint chip on the side of the car door that only I know about and no one can see. Yeah. And I know it's a reflection on me and maybe my mental health status, but I'm just saying, when you get a dent or a scratch or just something that you didn't do to the car, and then again, the mystery of who did it, probably your husband.
Totally. Nick says, I got caught behind an asphalt truck on the freeway a week into my new car experience. I got muck all over my pearl white front bumper and bonnet. I spent the whole night scrubbing and polishing it, but there were stone chips and I had a broken spirit. But I got over it a week later, and thank you for the reminder.
Ain't nothing worse than a stone chipping your windscreen.
I'm sorry, but why do they let those massive trucks on normal roads near our nice cars? It's dangerous.
She's fired up today, guys.
Figure out a better way. Build an underground network for big trucks and let us little cars be on the road and not have our cars ruined by chips.
Another argument for segregation. That's two in the space of 20 minutes from Lucy. Juliet in Edithvale joins us. Good morning, Juliet.
Good morning, Luce. Morning, Kel.
Hey, Juliet. Lucy is ready to hear your story about, did you look at your car one day and like, well, how did that mark get there? Or how did that bit of damage arrive?
I felt like I knew how it arrived because I walked out of Woolies and there was this like big truck car that had parked next to mine with those, huge big wheels, and it was sort of raised up, and there's a girl sitting in there on her phone, like as she parked. And when I got home, and it might have been a few days later, and there was a big like rubbery kind of tyre mark on my front of my car. And I was just like, oh, you should have said something to me. Yeah, and it's still there. And I was just so annoyed.
How dare she? How dare she?
We don't know for sure.
It was her. But you can tell. I can tell. It was that lady.
I feel
100%.
like Juliet can tell too.
Yeah, I'm mad for you. I'm mad for you.
She's in one of those moods, Juliet, where
in such a mood
she will
this
hunt
morning.
down this lady on the mobile phone.
What colour was the car, Juliet?
Let's not swap number plate details, Juliet.
Oh, do you know what I love? I love it when you see someone do something and they take off, and then you write down their details, and then you're the hero, and you go back to the car and you go, I saw who did that. I've done that. It's good. If you ever see someone do something naughty, quickly take a photo and wait for the good person and be the hero.
She's just like Batman.
The Lucy and Kel podcast. You're going to love this next bit. Oh, spoiler alert.
You want to head down to the relationship news desk?
Well, for want of a better jingle, yes. All right, obviously, Kel and I married. It's coming up to... We had a 3-year wedding anniversary last year, which is wild.
Very mathematically hard to do when you've got 2 weddings to celebrate.
Yeah, a
Because
little one and a big one we did
did a
too.
little wedding, and then the same year we did a bigger one.
And of course, our job is to be on air and to share our lives with you, and we have done that very openly and unashamedly, and we have no issue bringing to you our issues, dynamic for you to weigh in on, because we all learn together. We have what I like to call a little battlefield at the moment.
A little battlefield.
Because
All right.
love is a battlefield.
According to Professor Benatar,
Yeah.
love is indeed a battlefield.
And I just want to show you what our little battlefield is at the moment, because I think everyone's got something that they're just currently living through at the moment. A little battlefield. Fun little things.
Just to go a little bit deeper, are you suggesting it may not be the end of the world? It's just something that a couple might be discussing or may have discussed about.
Yeah.
And there might be opposing views.
Yeah.
And it might have happened for an extensive period of time.
Or not even opposing views, like maybe like a battlefield is please put the seat down, and the husband's like sure but keeps forgetting, and that's your
Right.
battlefield.
Things like who adjusted my car seat when they drove my car last.
Yes, and now I can't reach the pedals.
Yeah, that would be a mini battlefield for Lucy and I.
That is one. So we've got this one at the
One
moment.
of mine is, where do all these cardboard boxes come from and why are they in large piles around the house?
Exactly.
Lucy's answer to that is, it's your job, mate. That's our little battlefield.
Listen, that's not the one we're talking
What's the
about.
battlefield you'd like to focus? We've got a lot of battlefields.
So, okay, long story short, you might remember Kel found a pond on hard rubbish. He tried to install it in our garden without prior consultation. Popped a pond near our back door, bought a pump for it, and then bought this big weed thing, which I guess is a water plant, but it looks like a weed.
It's not a weed.
Then I don't know what happened next minute. The pond
I'll tell
is
you.
back on another hard rubbish pile and he's given up.
Pond had a hole in it and I couldn't plug the hole, and then the pond went onto hard rubbish, but I kept the plant. I kept the water lily. Thank
So
you very much.
He put the big weed thing in a pot and he filled it with water and he put it at the door to our bedroom, which goes outside. There's an
We
outside
have
door
a
of our
lovely
bedroom.
back deck, and I thought it needed a little bit of flora.
So he puts this huge plant pot, fills it with water and sticks this plant in. It's a big plant pot, guys.
It can only exist in a large body of water. That's the rules of the water lily.
Listen, can I get the story out before you defend your lily weed to the death? So he's got this big round thing of water by our back door. We leave the back door open a little bit, to let the dogs in and out. Sometimes I come home and the door is wide open and there's just flies in the room. But what I have noticed recently is, because there's this huge body of water, stagnant, mind you, everybody, it has now become a breeding ground for mosquitoes, because it's a big stagnant bog water, weed loving, skanky
Oh, my goodness.
pot of grossness.
Okay.
And whenever the door is left open, guess who gets bitten by 1,000 mosquitoes? Me. So I say to Kel the other night, after having 10 bites from the skanky pond bog water, I say to Kel, hey, babe, lover of my life, bestie, you know that big skanky bog water pond thing? I think it's breeding mosquitoes, because every time the door is open, I'm getting eaten alive. And Kel and I won't quote him because I can't remember what he said, but he would have said something to the effect of, oh, but I'm not getting bitten. And so I was like, do you think we can do something with it? And he's like, sure. So then Kel moves the big bog water thing 2 meters away, down the deck a bit, and he goes, I fixed it. I moved it 2 meters away. And I'm like, do you think the mosquito's like, oh, it's 2 meters is too far to fly to eat Lucy alive now? And he's like, well...
I don't think I've said anything.
And that is where we find ourselves in this battlefield. And that, my friends, is the Lucy and Kel current biggest issue in our marriage.
That's our battlefield, everyone. Where we put the toothpaste in the bathroom is a battlefield, because
is
it has
a
a
fun one.
home. It has a home that I don't return it to.
So you know how like you have like your little thing with your toothbrushes and your toothpaste in it? That's where you'd think it would live. But Kel likes to play a game where he brushes his teeth, then he puts it somewhere in the bathroom. Who knows where? Dakshini says Mozzie's love stagnant water, Kel. But you could put some fishies in the big pot and it works for her.
Some actual fishes.
Yeah.
Like grab some goldfish and,
Yeah.
you know what?
186 texted that too. Kel, just buy goldfish. They eat the mosquito larvae.
You know what? What if I put a big thumping koi? What if I make the pond even larger?
Why don't
you got
you put,
me thinking,
why don't
like,
you put
family.
the pump into that big pot and like aerate that water?
I don't know. I just thought I'd save. All I thought, once we turfed the pond, I just thought I'd save the plant. But it's bringing nothing but heartache for everybody.
If you want to put fish in it, I'm okay with that.
Anyway, this isn't the
Anyway,
topic.
no, what's your battlefield? What's your battlefield? Texts are coming in left, right and centre. Some good texts here. Alana and Glen Glen Iris says, Lucy, 2 words, Doona Wars.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
The Doona War is a battlefield.
Oh, that is a battlefield.
Yeah, we've actually,
yes.
on record, we've had a discussion about that in the past, and there are couples out there, double Doonas.
Double Doonas.
They cannot find an answer to that battlefield, so they've gone with double Doonas.
Jess in Ringwood says, my battlefield is a dishwasher. He loads it like he's playing Tetris blindfolded. Plates sideways, bowls upside down. She goes, and I have to restack it every single night.
That's a huge battlefield.
Yeah, a lot of that's
The dishwasher.
Yeah. Kel's a bit of a throw it all in, how's your father?
Am I?
Yeah.
As the only person that stacks or unstacks the dishwasher.
Mark and
I'll
Werribee.
stack the dishwasher however I feel.
Mark and Werribee says, our battlefield is our thermostat. I like it to be like Antarctica. She likes it like it's Bali. Yes.
That's a good one. I don't think we have that battlefield.
No, we're pretty good. We
Lot of-
don't. We like the same temp, I believe.
A lot of relationships, that is the battlefield.
Yeah.
Someone's hot and someone's cold.
Jensen says, Jensen in Hughesdale says, my wife wants me to stop burping. I've tried everything, but I'm unable to control myself. Help me, Lucy.
Might be a medical reason.
Well, is it a medical reason? So, first of all, I'm not a doctor. However, having said that, Jensen, are you eating and drinking slowly? Stop swallowing so much air. Don't have carbonated drinks and beer. What, are you potentially lactose intolerant?
Really?
I would go to a doctor
Yes.
and go, help me do this medically.
Yes, I wouldn't listen to Lucy.
I would listen to me and then go to the doctor.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. But also, are you burping obnoxiously in her face? Because
Well,
that's not fun.
That's just rude.
But are you trying to do a little one under your breath, turn away? Could you walk into another room and do a little burp, Jensen?
Carly in Baronia has a bit of a battlefield. Good morning, Carly.
Good morning, guys. Oh, I think I can identify with a lot of these.
Yeah, there's lots of battlefields out there.
Tiny little wars.
I have a delicate battlefield. So my husband, bless him, he vacuums and uses the stick vacuum cleaner, which I love that he helps by vacuuming. But every time he uses the stick vacuum cleaner, he just leaves it lying on the couch.
Yeah.
He never puts it away.
Yeah, that's-
It has a home, please.
So it needs to charge.
Yeah.
It needs to charge.
That's probably a bit of a battlefield at our house as well. Where the stick vacuum cleaner is, and is it where it needs to be, and
Look,
why is it here?
Both of us are not great at putting it away.
I'm not saying either of us are like 100% on. We both have issues when it comes to the stick vacuum
I would say,
cleaner.
Carly, if he hasn't, what's something fun we could do with this? If he hasn't put it away, I would go get it, put it in bed,
Yeah.
like where he would sleep, put it under the covers, put the top of it on his pillow, put some googly eyes on it,
Yeah.
and then next time he comes to bed, he pulls back the sheets,
Yeah.
he sees the vacuum's there,
Oh.
and then you all have a laugh.
Godfather style. That's terrifying.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
I have a conundrum, when in fact it's not even my conundrum. It's kind of producer Casey's conundrum, but I'm going to ask it. She hasn't asked me to ask it.
Right.
But I
No,
won't tell you.
wait. She hasn't asked you to ask it, but you're allowed to ask it.
Well, allowed, going to, it's all the same. I have a question for the Light family, and it is based around the fact that I just recently found out that, you know how when you're young and married like Casey is, and all her life, you know how you have like a baby name you
Wait
want?
a
you kind
second,
of go,
Casey's pregnant!
No, she's not pregnant.
Oh.
You know how you kind of have a name that you love and you're like, I'm going to call my kid this. This is my little name tucked away.
Can I be that guy? It's a girl thing.
You had a name. You told me once.
I had a name.
What was that name?
Yeah,
Johnson,
I liked
was
the
it?
name. No, I liked a particular name.
Yeah.
And you said you should call a dog that name.
Oh, yeah, it was like a dog's name.
Yeah.
I'm glad
So
you...
moving on. After
So
you broke
anyway,
my heart.
I found out that before Casey worked here, when she was growing up as a little girl, she had a dream baby name. And that baby name was Lucy.
Oh, okay.
We need
This is
some-
way before she's even met
Yes,
you. All right.
Yeah. And so then she comes to work here.
And she still wants to use
One of
the
the
name?
first days we kind of met, she said, I love your name because it's like an old lady, old-fashioned name.
I do remember that.
Yeah. And I was like,
That was
that's...
strike one.
I was like, that's a lovely comment. And then the other day she goes to me, well, now I can't use Lucy because I know you. And I was like, well, no. Whoa. You could still call your baby Lucy one day.
Which is something you often remind people of. If I had $1 for every time you've told somebody who's about to have a baby girl, well, you know what?
I have met listeners who have called their children Lucy. I met that little girl at Show 3000 and her mum came up and said, this is Lucy, I named her after you. And that's pretty
And that
cool.
only makes Lucy stronger.
I've met dogs called Lucy after me.
How do you feel about that?
I'm still okay with that. I'll
good.
take a naming wherever I can get one.
All right. So you're encouraging Casey, even though
Yes.
she's working with you now and you've become close, firm friends,
Yeah.
that she can name her daughter
Yeah, and then
after
imagine
you.
she has a baby, and then she's like, little Lucy. She's like, Lucy, I named you after the role model in my life.
Is there a world? The reality is she was going to call potentially a daughter that doesn't exist at the moment, Lucy.
Yeah.
So could she live in a world where you know she's named her daughter Lucy, but it's not after you?
No, because it would always be after me.
You would just tell everyone it's after you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep,
That's
yep,
the
yep,
problem now Casey has.
Because I think naming someone after someone is the best gift of all.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the biggest gift.
I do know names.
Middle names are a secondary gift. They're not as big as the main prize, which is your first name. For example, and I'm sure she's listening, my sister, her second daughter is called Elizabeth Lucy.
Right.
So that is amazing because that was named, Ellie was named after me, but secondary naming. And I'll still take that.
Okay.
I'll still take that.
I do know that names are important. I do know that a lot of people put a lot of thought into their children's names. I do know, having grown up with a mum who's a primary school teacher, there were a lot of names that were straight off the table because of jerk kids.
Yeah.
So I know there's a lot, and primary school teachers, shout out to primary school teachers, they're always keeping a list of jerk kids who they will not name their children after.
That's very true. Very good point.
Sometimes for girls, it's like a jerk boyfriend.
Yeah, or just a mean girl.
We're not calling him Daniel. We're not calling him
But let's go
Martin.
back to the topic, which is naming people after people that you love.
Oh, do you think that actually really happens?
This is what I'm trying to talk about this morning. Oh, yes, it does happen. I've just said that. My niece, Elizabeth Lucy, I am Lucy Ann. That is my mum's grandma's name. I was named after her. My sister is Rebecca Elizabeth. Elizabeth is my mum's sister's name, so my mum called her firstborn daughter after her sister. So I think it is a thing. It's an amazing thing. I did not call Shiloh after anyone. I have called her after someone because it is the greatest gift you can call. It gives someone.
The option, as somebody who is very excited about having your name live on in other children's lives, there was always the option for Lucy Jr.
I would have been one of those people. You know how there's always it's always men, and they call their son Timothy Jr. Those guys in America. Lots of Americans do that. Like, they're men and they just call their son their exact name and they add Jr. And I'm like, I don't mind that.
I don't know if it's an American thing because you always had William the First, William the Second, William the Third.
Yeah, but I'm talking about now in society. People, Americans do that all the time.
Well, the option's still open for Lucy Jr.
Jodie says, my mum used to watch a TV show that had twins on it. The boy was Jodie, the girl was Buffy. She was debating between the two for my name, and she goes, and I'm so glad she called me after the boy, not the girl.
No.
Buffy.
And your middle name is Vampire Slayer.
Oh, is that it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's the only Buffy I know.
But did Buffy have a twin? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Mohana's talking about her cat. I named my hat... Sorry.
Imagine if that was have you named a hat? Let us know.
I named my cat Hikaru after the Star Trek captain Sulu. Hikaru Sulu.
Well, Lucy can
Make it
approve.
so, Mohana. Make it so.
Lucy, any Star Trek name, like if someone's like, I named my son after a Klingon, you'd be like, do it.
Yeah.
Do it all day long.
I saw a girl in Coles recently and her name was Kira Nerys, and I said to her, I looked at her because she had a little name badge on, and I said, parents are Star Trek fans, were they? And she goes, yes. And I said, yeah, me too. Deep Space Nine, great character. And I felt very cool. Mark says all 4 children... Well, it's not very cool, is it?
You felt cool, though.
Yes, I'm not cool. Mark said all 4 of our children have gotten their name from someone in the family.
Lucinda, which is a lovely name in and of itself in
Love
Roeville.
it.
Good morning, Lucinda.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Very good. Named after a name?
Yeah, so I'm actually named after Lucy, who is played by Georgie Parker in A Country Practice. And, yeah, I'm Lucinda Ashley.
Lucinda, you sound very young. Have you ever seen an episode of A Country Practice?
I'm actually 35, but I am still young, yes. But I actually have, I couldn't tell you.
It's a distant memory.
Ding, 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 ding.
Lucy is a huge
Ding,
fan.
ding, ding,
Huge
ding.
fan of A Country
Ding,
Practice.
ding, 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 ding. That was the theme. I can't believe I can remember that.
Lisa Marie has 2 names in Berwick. Good morning, Lisa Marie.
Good morning.
All right, named after somebody?
Yes, I was named after my 2 grandmas, Elizabeth, Lisa, L-I-Z-A, and hyphenated Maria, M-A-R-I.
I love that. Lisa Marie. So when I said Lisa Marie, do you get a lot of Lisa, but it's a Lisa?
That's okay. I always call myself Lisa because else you get, what do you want to be called, Lisa or Marie or Lisa Marie? Lucy or Marie. You know, it just conflicts. So I just say my name's Lisa.
Yeah,
don't mind.
whatever.
I don't-
Just call me anything.
I don't acknowledges both grandmas. I don't mind a two-namer.
Lovely.
I
No,
enjoy
love
that.
a two-namer.
Robert is joining us in Cranbourne. Good morning, Robert.
Good morning.
Named after somebody?
I'm named after the 12 generations.
12 generations.
So what?
Are we talking about...
Everyone's a Robert?
Yep, my dad's a Robert. His dad's a Robert, and it goes back another.
His dad's a Robert. His dad's a Robert.
It begs the question, if you have a son, will you continue the Robert tradition?
Most likely.
Most likely,
it's the law.
but not 100%.
I will say, Robert, my middle names are a bit like that. All the McWilliam men have middle names of John. So I'm a John, my son's a John, my dad's a John, his brother's a John, their dad was a
What
John.
an exciting name.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it's one of those things kind of get locked in. You kind of get locked into these family
Robert
traditions.
is now. Robert has to. Robert cannot be the first
And
Robert
you-
in 12 generations to be like, no, I'm moving on. I'm going to call this kid Wesley. It's not going to happen. He is stuck with calling his kid Robert whether he likes it or not.
Have to break the chain at some point, and maybe he'll have a daughter.
Roberta.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
And dare I say, at the end of another successful podcast, well podcasted, Luce.
Grazie, mi amore.
Well podcasted, Casey.
Did you say thank you to yourself?
No, I said, thank you, my love.
If my life was on the line and somebody had to speak another language, probably rolling with Casey.
What?
Well, I just feel
Me
like...
amore
Yeah.
is me.
Yeah.
You love yourself.
No, me.
My darling.
Mi amore is my love. Grazie, thank you,
Okay,
mi amore,
great.
Yeah.
my love. Thank you, my love. I call
So-
Kel my love.
In Maltese, a well podcasted Casey.
Grazie hafna.
Arigato gozaimashita.
Is that
Tate
Pokemon?
kudasai.
Is that And on that bombshell, it's time to wrap up the podcast for a Tuesday. Thank you so much for downloading this podcast and bearing with us all the way through it. Until we meet again tomorrow, ladies.
Sayonara.
Well, that's all for now. But you can download more podcasts anytime or catch Lucy and Kel live weekday mornings from 6 till 10 on 89.9 The Light.
This is the end bit. This is the end bit.
Woo!
This is the end bit
Yeah.
of the show.
And bit.